You know that friend who always cancels plans, the one who's sick again, tired again, maybe next time. Yeah, that friend isn't avoiding you, they're protecting something. And I know this because I am that friend, the one who gets invited to things and immediately starts calculating how to get out of it. Not because I don't like people, but because going out feels like signing up for a 3 hour shift of being on, and I just can't. If you're someone who genuinely gets more excited about a Friday night in pajamas than a Friday night out, welcome. You're about to feel very seen. And today we're breaking down the psychology of people who love staying at home. The one society calls boring, but science calls something else entirely. Here's the thing most people don't understand: extroverts recharge by being around people. Their energy comes from the noise, the movement, the chaos. But introverts and people who prefer solitude, they recharge in stillness. Every social interaction, even a fun one, slowly drains their battery. And home is the only charger that actually works. Psychologists at the Journal of Personality call this optimal arousal theory. Some people need more stimulation to feel good, others need less. It's not laziness or fear, it's just how your nervous system is wired. Your brain isn't broken, it's just running different software. But there's more going on than just introversion. Some people love staying home because their environment gives them a sense of control they don't get anywhere else. Out there, the world is unpredictable. Loud strangers, last minute changes, small talk with people who don't care about your answer. What? Yeah, I've stood in a circle at a party, nodding along to a conversation I stopped listening to 10 minutes ago, just waiting for an acceptable moment to leave. But at home, you control the lighting, the noise, the vibe, the temperature, whether pants are required. For people with anxiety or high sensitivity, that control isn't a luxury, it's survival. Here's something wild that nobody talks about. Studies from the Creativity Research Journal show that people who enjoy solitude tend to be more creative, more introspective, and better at problem solving. Staying home isn't doing nothing. It's where the best ideas are born. Not in a crowded bar, but in a quiet corner with a book or a thought spiral at 2 a.m. Some of the most brilliant people in history were homebodies: Einstein, Emily Dickinson, Kafka. They weren't out networking, they were home thinking. And honestly, society romanticizes being out there. The influencers, the party pics, the live your best life culture. But what if your best life is a documentary, some soup, and zero obligations? That's not sad. That's self awareness. Now, here's where I need to be real with you. Some people stay home for a darker reason: social anxiety, past trauma, depression that quietly whispers, "What's the point?" And for them, home becomes both a refuge and a cage. So it's important to know: do you stay home because it fills you up, or because leaving feels too heavy? Because one is peace, the other is hiding. And if you're in the second category, that's not something to romanticize. That's something to get support for. But for those who truly love staying home, you're not missing out. You're just living differently. You find joy in small rituals: the morning coffee routine, the favorite spot on the couch, the way the light hits the room at sunset. Things most people rush past. Psychologists call this low stimulation preference. You don't need the world to entertain you because your inner world is rich enough. You'd rather reread your favorite book for the fifth time than go to an event where you'll have to explain what you do for a living to 7 different people. And that's valid. If you're someone who turns down invitations without guilt, who feels genuinely happy on a solo Saturday, who'd rather rewatch your comfort show than make memories, you're not broken. You're just wired for depth over noise, for peace over performance. Here's what I wish someone had told me earlier: the people who make you feel guilty for staying home, they're not better than you. They just need different things. And that's fine. But you don't owe them an explanation. You don't owe them your presence at every gathering. You don't owe them participation in a lifestyle that drains you. You're allowed to protect your energy. You're allowed to say no without a reason. You're allowed to build a life that fits you instead of forcing yourself into a life that fits everyone else. So if you're someone who loves staying home, hit subscribe because this whole channel is for people who don't fit the mold everyone expects. We break down the psychology of being different and give you permission to stop apologizing for it. And tell me in the comments, do you prefer staying home or do you think we're all just making excuses? Because I want to hear from both sides. Next week, we're diving into why some people are obsessed with true crime and what that reveals about how they process fear. You're going to want to see that one. Your couch and your comfort show are waiting. You've got this.